Coming up next is part 6 of how I do dioramas. So welcome back to the bench for episode 6 of our build series, and we are still concentrating on the roof here. Now I've been away and done all the pillars for the curved dome effect that we're going to go for, and we now need to concentrate on the infills. So as you can see, it's all pinned onto the oasis, and it gives me a rough idea of what we're going to try and achieve. Now on the far side here, what I've done is I've cut them at a slight angle because I want them to merge in together, and we will be making another arch or curve that will butt up to that, but we haven't done that yet because I wanted to get the infills sorted so I knew that the last piece would fit correctly. Okay, so we removed the 2 outer ones. We're going to concentrate on this infill. Now I have actually gone ahead and done this already off camera, and as you can see, we've now got our infill in place like so. So how did I achieve that? Okay, so as you can see, I've cut the 6mm Balsa-Foam firstly into the width of the wall and then into individual pieces, gluing them onto our form, the oasis, and pinning them individually as we go along. On this I've used some Gorilla wood glue, very good product, very good adhesion, and solid as a rock once it's finished. And obviously that makes it maybe make it a little bit more evident as to why I've used cling film on the oasis ball, because knowing I was going to do some gluing, it would give me the ability to make sure that these didn't stick to the oasis, because that would be a disaster. Also, by using the cling film, it gives me the ability to mark out any lines and stuff I need to do without actually affecting our form. So that can be left, I would suggest, overnight to dry, and we'll come back to that when it's ready. We'll put that to one side to dry, and let's crack on with something else. So here we've got some 6mm Balsa-Foam, a little bit of scrap. As I said, scrap always comes in handy. What we're going to do is we're going to make our capital stone nice and plain end. We're going to get our carving tool, and what we're going to do is we're just going to run this just across it slightly, give it a bit of a score, a little bit deeper on the second time, and then run it back that way. Okay, so that's our one side. And we'll do the same on the other side. So as you can see, we've got our 2 nicely curved edges on our capital stone and a centerpiece. So for our centerpiece, we're going to cheat a little bit. I say cheat, we're just going to use a slightly different tool that we've made ourselves. This is a cut of a polystyrene tube, 1/8 inch or 0.125 diameter or 3.2mm diameter tubing, hollow tubing, and we're just going to use that as a carving tool. Really simple. Just going to place it onto our middle section and push down. That's all we're going to do, just run it along. And there you go. So obviously at this point we need to do a little bit of tidying up. So we're going to grab our carving tool and we're just going to clean up around the circles that we've made, trying not to disturb the edge in here. So there you go. As you can see, we've now got our circles in the middle of the capital stone with our edges. I'm just going to run over those edges again. There you go, like that. And there you go. That's one side of the capital stone done. So you just repeat the process on the side here. Obviously being very careful when we get to the edge that we've already done. When you're doing this, just very lightly score to start with and work it into the Balsa-Foam. So you can see we've got our little edges there. I'll just repeat the same process. Homemade carving tool. And there you can see we've got our front and our side, but I'm not overly happy with that side, not quite defined enough, so we're just going to go back over it with our homemade carving tool. Literally just going to push it a little bit deeper. Just really want to define those circles. And there you go, you can see that we've made our little capital stone. Now the last thing I want to do is come back in with our little scalping tool. With each bit of our round sculpting that we've done, we're just going to pop a little hole in the middle. So we've done our two sides, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come down our third side now, repeating the process. So there you go, you can see we've got our sculpted capital stone. All hand art, all handmade, all scratch built, and it really is that simple. I think now would be a good time to bring this episode to an end. So that's the roof started, and those capital stones do make a good detail. I'm halfway through a cup of coffee, loads more to do. Until next week, take care.